Well, this is the end of 3 years hard negotiation between the fifth and the sixth largest economies in the world. This is a great opportunity for all UK businesses and Indian businesses alike. India is expected to be the third largest economy by the end of 2028. As with all fair trade agreements, this will dictate the terms of business going forwards. And with the UK stats show an expected £4.8 billion contributed to the UK economy going forwards. So this is a huge opportunity. Well, given the geopolitical circumstances at the moment, as you'd expect, tariffs. This is expected to reduce 96% of all tariffs or eliminate tariffs between the two countries on both sides. So a win both for the UK and for India. The most publicised tariff getting reduced, of course, is Scottish whisky. That will be reduced by 50% of all when exported into India. As with fair trade agreements, other trading aspects will be regulation, things being alignment, security cooperation. But one of the greatest opportunities will be actually with the Indian government. The Indian government is the largest single customer in India. And this fair trade agreement sets out to actually open that market to UK businesses. Also, the UK is going to be allowed to invest in banking and insurance, which is a huge win given the amount of regulation there is on foreign investment in India right now. Well, this is the reason why this negotiation has taken almost 3 years. One of their asks by the Indian government was to change access to the UK from an immigration point of view. This was a red line for the UK government. And so nothing has actually changed on this aspect, which is a huge win for a UK government politically. But looking at the common features of existing Indian businesses and how they work in the UK, secondees is a huge aspect of it. If you add up all of the secondees into the UK applying on an annual basis from India, it's more than the rest of the world put together year in, year out. So one feature of this is the social security arrangement, something you may have read in the press. This is something actually as a firm we've campaigned for a number of years. The argument really is around equivalence. The UK citizen goes to India and they'll have an equivalent benefit over there around pension. They don't lose out on their qualifying years for state pension. Likewise, an Indian citizen comes to the UK. The aspect which has got a lot of press is that actually there is an exemption from paying national insurance for a number of years. That exists already for India and currently stands at 52 weeks. That will be extended to 3 years, which is still a lot less than the US, who has 5. But we've done the cost analysis as part of our campaigning, and actually the cost to the taxpayer is minimal, whilst actually the GDP it will help bring to the UK is a lot higher. So people who have got these sorts of schemes in place already do need to look at them going forwards. Well, the main two aspects are going to be IP and data. The UK has the GDPR already, and there is an equivalent already in India, and there will just be some shifts to bring them closer in line. IP is a lot more exciting, especially for creatives going into India actually maximise that. So, for example, the copyright rules in India are going to look to be extended to 60 years, which is the same as they are over here. So there's a huge opportunity there for the creative sector. Another sector that will be growing from a personal point of view is going to be professional services. A working group has been set up to actually look at equivalence. So a chartered accountant qualifying in India can trade in the UK, and likewise, I can trade in India. Also solicitors. But more detail will be released on this. I like to think of this as the end of the beginning rather than anything else. The terms of the agreement have been set, agreed, but now it's time for the lawyers to write it down and have both governments ratify it in Parliament. So that can take almost up to a year. This, though, is a huge opportunity, though, for businesses to start planning for when that is put in place. Yes, the detail is still to come, but actually, putting plans in place now will bear fruit in when it has been signed off. But we'll share details of the agreement as and when we get them.